First, we started off with 16. Now, we're down to 7 contestants. And it just goes to prove that if they really want to win the title of the internet's most talented photographer, they really have to be versatile, able to adapt to any subject, especially as they only have a limited amount of time, 1 week, to do the challenge. Some people have been saying that the photos are a bit weak from the contestants, but to be honest, we're not aiming to make it easy for them. We want to push them out of their comfort zone, make them do subjects that they're not used to doing. So, it's going to be another tough week for the contestants.
Last week it was Forrest who got voted out by the contestants, but then a bit of a twist, as Max decided that he didn't want to carry on anymore, so forfeited his position for Forrest. This week's challenge is out of the box. We wanted the contestants to do something innovative. Forrest from Maine, USA says the competition is an opportunity for him to express his love for photos and a chance to challenge himself. It was nearly the end of the road for him if Max hadn't decided to forfeit his place.
Yeah, anyway, before I go into any of that, I want to first say, Max, thank you so much. You stepped out of the competition earlier this week and you said, DigitalRev TV, please bring Forrest back because his nose is huge. Thank you. Really, I mean, gracious, good, generous, really. All those other G words, thank you so much, really. Wonderful opportunity for me, even if it's just for 1 week more.
Yeah, so how's it been going? You're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Thanks, Max. Well, I had my social life back for about 3 days, and that was cool. My girlfriend was really happy.
Yeah. Not now.
And I was like, yay! I can go back to my day job and make money to pay for my car insurance and my cell phone.
Not now. It is back to.
Who needs that?
So anyway, how do you think you did?
I had a good time. I mean, I like the photograph that I created. I thought it was very colorful, and it was certainly interesting. And there was a lot of depth to it, and I thought it was a cool image, so I thought I did okay.
Certainly he gave up some of his spare time to put together a big bubble-making apparatus. It looks quite flashy, if you excuse the pun, but will the result please our judges?
Okay, so we've shown your work to our judges. Here's what they had to say about your work. Okay, so here we are for IMTP6, and we've got the meeting of two minds here. We've got Mark and Graham. They've never been in the same place before for judging. So, in case a fight breaks out, we've got Beer Bouncer, all the way from the UK. It's actually Graham's Bouncer.
Oh, we've got security here.
Yeah.
Stanley from the UK.
Yeah.
All right, Stan?
Alright. Forrest's photo.
Tell you what.
Psychedelic photo.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
I need my glasses for this. Mark, you start.
In terms of the competition, yeah, it hasn't been done before.
Yeah. But you think it's... You don't like it, do you?
No. Yes, no. I don't know. I have nothing to compare to.
Okay. Graham.
Oh, Graham's influencing me.
It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. It actually looks like a load of smoke going up there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And they're projecting some kind
Is
of...
it not just Mark smoke?
It looks like Mark's, yeah. Puffed a load of smoke, and there's a bit of a psychedelic screen being printed onto it.
She's not quite stoned enough.
She's not quite stoned enough,
Yeah.
but breathing, that's you would.
Advocating drugs. Yeah. But you're confident that you're going to go through?
Yeah, I'm going to make it through because I'm channeling Max and I'm the best.
Yeah.
You've got to admire Forrest's confidence, although it didn't seem too certain what the judges thought of his photo. Hessel from the Netherlands is studying photography in Belgium and loves his film photography and rock and roll music. What would happen if he combines both of his passions?
So anyway, how's the photo making process? I saw that you were in the dark room.
Yeah, I was at the dark room. I tried to do something else because thinking out of the box really was about, thinking out of the box. That we had total creative freedom, so it was a bit hard to actually start on something.
So what I basically set out to do was use the medium of photography in a different way. I constructed a collage of different negatives and arranged them in a way that they try to convey a certain message. And I had been watching a lot of rock documentaries and movies lately, so I wanted something to just convey a message about rock and roll or rock and roll lifestyle, whatever.
Hessel used several negatives to make one composite image. Let's see what the judges thought of it.
But yeah, we had to take your photo to the judges, to Mark and Graham.
SX and D.
Sex, drugs and rock and roll.
Right.
I didn't get that.
Well, it's very graphic.
I see the rock and roll, but I don't see any sex. Well, there's some drugs.
Supposedly,
That's
Maybe
marijuana.
Is that guy running from some sex there or something?
that's his boner.
Okay.
But do you like his whole kind of idea of combining a few negatives and printing it?
Kind of college.
It doesn't really have much impact, does it?
He's letting the medium he's limiting himself again. Could have done a little bit more with, say, computer. Photoshop. Yeah, because you're not getting any extra points for doing it on film.
Would you give him any extra points for that?
No, I wouldn't. No,
Okay.
I'd give him more points for doing it in digital.
Okay.
Yeah.
More sex.
I don't know. I mean, it's about personal preference, right? For me, the process is just much more interesting when I do photography on film.
Yeah.
Digital or film aside, has Hessel done enough to seal his place for the next challenge? Harrison from the US of A is a bit of a cinematographer, and it shows in the aesthetic of some of his work. So what the bloody hell did he do for this challenge?
I finally decided I wanted to do something kind of crazy. I wanted something really edgy, something really eye-catching. And I figured since Halloween is coming up, it might be fitting to do something a little bit horror related.
So your photo, where'd you get the blood from?
Halloween store down the street.
Yeah.
Bought a lot of it.
Right. As long as it's not real blood.
No, it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Kind of inspired by the TV show Dexter, actually. There's a lot of blood in that show. And horror films in general, although I'm not a huge horror film fan.
Well, you got a good couple of, a good model. Can't see the other model, but good model. Looks pretty good. No ex-girlfriend. It might be your ex-girlfriend, is it?
No, it was my ex-girlfriend again, so...
What is it with...
She just had that kind of like evil look that worked for this.
That's it. That's going on video now. It's a good job choosing your ex. Well, anyway, we took your photo to the judges. 7 photos from the contestants. All pretty good photos, to be honest. They looked at your photo, and they weren't quite sure if it was out of the box. Because they know that you're really into your cinematography. I mean, they said...
This is straight out of Saw 4.
Yeah. Looks like that guy's going in the box. With that amount of blood.
Oh, this is a family show. This is a family show.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to do like kind of horror thing, which is something I've never actually done before, but I guess it is. I mean, it does look like my kind of cinematic style. I guess it's kind of hard to break your style. Although I was trying to do something that I didn't.
The style is very Harrison, and the judges were quite positive about the photo.
Mark, you like that kind of thing,
This I like. I like this kind of thing.
Yeah, you like that. You're
There's
sadistic.
a
You've got that
thumbs up.
sadistic.
Big thumbs up.
Big thumbs up.
Big thumbs up.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Thumbs up for this?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Anything
It's
else?
it's nicely shot, isn't it?
It's very
Nicely
provocative.
shot.
Just a thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Seems good for Harrison. How about Charlie from the UK, who's on top form right now? He's come out top for the last 2 challenges.
Well, how did you do with this photo? It was cheesy.
Yeah.
It's a good one, isn't it?
I don't know, on a website called 500px, there's this photographer, I can't remember his name, But in one of the editor's choice shots, or a couple actually, he's done loads and loads of miniature scenes, and it just looks wicked. So I was like, oh my god, I so want to do something like that.
Yeah, so that was interesting. You made little holes, and then the smoke was in Photoshop.
I was already there.
Yeah. So how did you think you did?
I think it was one of my weaker weeks. I don't know.
Okay, so we've shown your work to the judges. Here is what they said about your work.
Well, I guess that is out of the box, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, we haven't seen anything like this in competition.
in many years. But what actually is it though? Is it like a meltdown or what's?
No, so they're having a mini fondue.
Oh, isn't? Oh, okay, mini fondue.
Just melting the holes out.
Right. It's quite. I like the imagination used there. It's quite good.
Right.
I tried to make the smoke before Photoshop as well, so I could say that entire photo was before. So I had a can of smoke, like sprayed, like just kept spraying like miniature figures over.
Yeah.
So that was a no-go.
Yeah.
Charlie appeared to be a bit worried about this week's photo. Let's see if he's done enough later. But let's go to Jose, the writer from the US. He's ruffled the feathers of some of the Lambie fans, but he has been putting in consistent photos every time. He seemed a bit worried about this challenge though.
So how are you? How have you been doing with the challenge?
I'm alright. I feel like this is my last week for some reason. So,
Oh, don't say that. Why? Why do you think that?
I don't know. I just get that feeling. I just get that feeling.
You got a bad feeling about your photo?
Yeah. Like I said, I have a very straightforward way of shooting.
Yeah.
And this is outside the box for me, but I have a feeling it's not outside of the box enough.
Yeah. Okay, so explain to the people what the three people stabbing each other is about.
Oh, it's pretty straightforward. Like I said in the video,
like I said, it's fall in the US, so there are a lot of new shows, new TV shows, and you're getting kind of bombarded with ads about all these shows all the time. And for some reason this year, there are a lot of super campy soap opera type, just crazy dialogue, it's just basically very campy. And I came up with a switchblade fight or a knife fight, and I thought to make it more ludicrous and hilarious and surreal, I had one of my friends dress up really nicely, and then another person dress up, just in a hoodie, look kind of normal, and then I had a girl. I kind of wanted to continue the fun factor from last week where we were throwing the water around and getting wet, and it was just fun. And sometimes you just have to, photography isn't always about, deep meanings and, important events and, creative endeavors that just have no sense of humor about them. So with such a wide topic open.
So anyway, we took your photo to the judges, Mark and Graham.
Some guy being mugged with a 2-inch knife.
Some guy being mugged by another Jewish guy and
actually
thing.
And a lady with a 2-inch knife.
They've all got one.
Oh, okay.
He's got one as well.
Yeah. It's not very convincing, is it? I mean, I would have had meat cleavers wrapped in
because
excrement or something.
Yeah, it's for graphic point of view, you need big ass knives.
Yeah, you need big ass knives because that doesn't really.
No, we're losing how many knives here? We're losing 1, 2 in all this.
Oh, he's got one too.
Yeah. So it's a knife fight.
I thought you had a mobile phone. I mean, that shows that you don't have to really struggle to see what's going on in that shot.
Yeah, it's just like a black military spec knife. It's not going to cut it within all these highlights. And you're just losing impact.
The background's too busy.
We're losing impact.
You don't know what's going on. Right. So.
And I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
well, like I said, I kind of expected it. But so am I up for elimination?
So, Jose thinks he's up for elimination. What do you think? Ty, also stateside, feels that photography is all about expressing his creative vision. This challenge really did force him to think out of the box.
Okay, so how have you been doing this week?
This week's been cool. The challenge itself was pretty challenging when you, at first when you think, okay, you have creative freedom, you think, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But, It's actually harder than it seems.
Ultimately, I decided to do something that I've always wanted to do, a long exposure shot, some type of ghosting effect. And what's so outside the box, with this idea, is the light source that I'm using. I'm just going to use an iPad. Photography at its core is all about lighting.
Interesting photo. You went for the iPad idea, the ghost and the iPad idea.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff. We took it to our judges. They said it was a nicely done photo. They didn't think it was out of the box though.
Yeah. Doesn't really do much for me, that shot.
I think he's trying to do the angel and the devil type contrast here, but the bad her, it just doesn't have enough contrast to the good her.
Yeah, to me that looks like a puzzled her and
a angry her.
Angry her and a. So it doesn't really convey any message to me.
I didn't know it was like outside the box outside of your comfort zone. I thought it was just something different.
Yeah, I guess it's down to interpretation, really, isn't it?
Yeah. For me, I was interpreting it as just a different way of photographing, not outside your comfort zone. If it was outside my comfort zone, I would agree.
Yeah.
It isn't outside my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Will Ty's iPad shot be enough to please the judges? I dunno. Nat from Russia is one of the contestants to watch out for. She's been pretty consistent throughout.
How do you think you did with the challenge anyway?
I tried to do my best, honestly, because this challenge was absolutely different.
Okay, well,
it took me about 3 or 4 days to find the final decision.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that you went for, broken mirror. It was quite an interesting concept you did there with reflecting the flowers.
My idea was to create a photo which makes people have a good look at details. I mean, it's like a photo with a false bottom. For this concept, I used a broken mirror and I tried to create some interesting reflection.
We've shown your work to the judges. So it's kind of weird. They kind of liked it, but they kind of thought, oh, maybe it's not quite out of the box.
But it's quite a nice image, I guess. It's quite an interesting image, quite nice. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting, but not out of the box.
She's got her signature back.
Yeah. See, she broke a mirror in pieces, and that's actually reflections from above. Okay. Mark?
Yeah, but she's still staying in her comfort zone.
Okay.
Out of their box. Well, no, actually, it's not even out of her box because I recognized her style right away.
And that's bad in your book. If you can recognise it, then it's not out of the box.
Not out of her box.
These judges are not easy to please, but decisions had to be made, and we had to pick the best and the worst.
Well, I think we might differ here. I think me and Mark might differ.
Ah.
I think we should do 1, 2.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. And
okay.
And then we'll
do it.
You can see that it's fair, that there's no collusion.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So you made your minds up.
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2.
Okay.
Go.
1.
You go.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. They had to make a decision from the best and the worst photos. And your photo, Forrest, unfortunately, again, you're going through.
You wonderful man, you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, man. You had me on there.
Yeah. And Charlie, you're actually the winner.
Again.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh. You have to bleep that out, I swear.
That's right. That's why I say shit all the time.
Mate, I can't believe that. 3 weeks in a row. Rising
Bloody
stuff.
hell. You're doing quite well now.
Yeah. I started off a bit shit.
Now for some bad news.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. They picked the worst and the best And your photo, Hessel, was actually in the bottom 2.
Oh shit.
So you're actually up for elimination. And your photo, Jose, came in the worst category. Unfortunately, you're up for elimination this week.
It's fine, I totally expected it.
Is this the end of the story for Jose? Or will it be back to school for Hessel? The contestants were asked to cast a vote for the contestant they think should be given a lifeline. Who shall it be? Jose or Hessel? Who stays?
I'll say Joselitos.
To stay.
To stay, because I don't get.
Okay.
The end result is the photo, I guess.
Hessel.
Jose is the person I'd vote against.
Oh,
I'd
against.
save Hessel.
Okay, so you save Hessel. You vote for Hessel.
The better one is Hessel's.
So your vote for.
I'm voting to save Jose. But I think if seriously Hessel, if it was based on the last couple of weeks, I'd vote to save Hessel all day. But this week he's let himself down big time.
If I had to choose one to stay in the competition, I think I would choose Hessel's photograph.
There we have it. Hessel gets another chance to prove himself in the next challenge. While for Jose, who has submitted some strong photos in the competition, this, unfortunately, is the end of the road for him.
I am eliminated. And to be honest, I'm really not that torn up about it. The competition was fun, but I would say around the 3rd or 4th round, I just started losing interest. Not because it wasn't fun, but it was kind of a slog. You know, you're constantly trying to fulfill these rules and the requirements as they come up every week. And when you have a job and you're working and you've got like other commitments, it's pretty hard to find the time to do it. So right around the 4th or 5th round, I was starting to get a little tired of it. And the problem was, like, I figured people would get eliminated a lot faster. Instead, everybody was getting eliminated. There were 2 people getting eliminated each week, and then it dropped down to 1. It was getting a little hard to like stick around, knowing that we would have to slog through all these more weeks of doing it. But like I said, it was fun while it lasted, and I learned a lot doing it. I did also learn that I still hate studio work, and I don't ever want to do it. So that's actually the other reason that I am kind of glad about, was because so much of it is so focused on studio work at this point that it's just not making me happy. So good luck to everybody who's left, and it was a lot of fun.
So there we go. Jose is eliminated. Now there are only 6 contestants, and it's really heating up. Now all the contestants are quite consistently good. So what's going to happen next week when they do challenge number 7?